Are you ready for the Oscars? Major awards show is happening on ABC 10, just 3 days away now. ABC 10's Marcus Allen joins us live in studio. He's going to unpack some of these major races. And if you're going to trust someone, it's Mark, but you also have help from an expert.
Yeah, exactly. On the heels of Sandy Kenyon, I stand on his shoulders, and I'm a little bit nervous here.
No,
I'm not
come
worthy,
on now.
Sandy Kenyon. So let me tell you about Sandy Kenyon, one of the nation's longest-running, most respected film critics. I think one of the first times I really met you was at the Oscars, and like Chris Rock was making a beeline to you. Are you friends with Chris Rock?
Well, he actually cast me in a movie one time, but the management wouldn't let me do it. A picture called Top 5.
All right, I've got another great moment. I hate to surprise you, but this is technically you surprising Aziz Ansari. And they say flattery, imitation's the greatest form of flattery. Well, check this out. Regis, that is, I believe, Kelly Ripa. And at this time, it would have been Ryan Seacrest. Ask him to do an impression of you. Listen.
I want to hear it.
So Sandy Kenyon does the Eyewitness News Movie Minute, and when you're riding in a taxi in New York, he's always on.
Right.
And you just hear his voice so much, he just gets in your head, and it's always just like his reviews are always like, "Get out? No, thank you. I'll stay in my seat because this film is fantastic. I'm Sandy Kenyon with the Eyewitness News Movie Minute."
How was it?
We don't really look much alike.
Yeah.
But what Aziz has really nailed is my cadence.
Yeah.
How I say what I say.
Sit in my seat? I don't think so. What do you think of his impression of you?
I thought it was great and a wonderful time. That was one of the highlights of the job, and I was there for 20 years.
All right, so quickly, you and your New York Times bestselling author wife moved to Sacramento. You're still reviewing movies, and all of a sudden, these great Sacramento movies land.
That's fantastic. It's a battle of the blockbusters on Sunday night, and 2 movies with close ties to Sacramento.
Before we get that, help explain to everybody what Hamnet means, because that movie came out of nowhere, and you have strong predictions for the best actress.
Hamnet humanizes a person that we don't know much about, William Shakespeare. And the way he's illuminated is through his wife, Agnes, played by Jessie Buckley.
And she's going to win.
She's going to win. That's the only sure thing on Sunday night. She has won literally every major award. If she was to lose, it would be one of the Oscar upsets of all time.
All right, now let's move on to the Sacramento movies. Give me a minute about One Battle After Another. Why do you think it's going to win Best Picture?
Well, I think it's going to be winning because of all the great locations you helped them choose, Mark S. Allen.
That is a true story. Behind the scenes, the production manager is a good friend of mine and Paul Thomas Anderson's brother-in-law, and I did help them pick some seats, despite that.
Seriously, it's won the Producers Guild of America awards. It's been many years since the PGA winner did not take home Best Picture.
Sure.
It's surely going to take home Best Adapted Screenplay. Likely Paul Thomas Anderson will win his first Oscar for direction. So there's a lot at stake there, and if you haven't seen the movies, Sacramentans have a lot to look at. One point I want to make. One Battle After Another is past 200 million in worldwide gross.
Yeah.
Sinners passed 300 million. Battle of the blockbusters Sunday night.
There you go, and thanks for the segue helper. About 30 seconds now, let's talk about the most nominated film of all time, and that, of course, would be Sinners. We are guaranteed that it's going to win Best Original Screenplay, but what else?
Well, it's put horror back in focus at the Oscars. The only horror film ever to win was Silence of the Lambs decades ago.
Yep.
This is going to do well. I predict it will be coming in major categories, but not Best Picture.
All right, let me test your knowledge. This is what I love about this guy. Like, I've been talking about this movie forever. I don't know these things. Michael B. Jordan. What does the B stand for?
It stands for Bakai.
Hey, all right.
And that means of noble purpose in Swahili.
Look at this guy, Ryan Coogler went to Sac State. Can you name any of his teachers?
Yes, Roberto Pomo and Stephen Buss, two great influential figures. There was a wonderful moment where he came back to present his first film, Fruitville Station, to the students at Sac State, and he said a lovely line on that occasion. The first time I touched a movie camera was at Sac State. He came here to play football. He was a business administration major. All of that went out the window as he started looking at many, many, many movies at Sac State.
This guy, for context, Sandy Kenyon, movie critic, now living in Sacramento, and I'm going to be using you as my lifeline a lot. Back to you.
Never going to get over all of those little details that we learned with you, Mark. Thank you so much for being here, both of you.